I think one of the ways of how to deal with the performance anxiety is really to make sure that we know our repertoire really well, to the extent that we know that we know. One of the ways of secure the performance is to divide a piece into smaller sections. I sometimes call it into a set of miniatures, and then really to think very carefully and even to talk yourself through each of these sections to the minutest detail. Firstly, what is exactly in the score? In each section, the texture, the dynamics, the articulation, or whatever else is involved. And of course, what we're supposed to do in each of the sections, which can cause an anxiety, like fast passage or uncomfortable leaps or whatever. If we do that, we can cope with each little section at a time when we play. It is also very useful to practice these sections in a sort of random order and to make sure that we are comfortable of jumping from, say, section 1 to section 5 and then back to section 2 and then maybe to section 11, whatever. Also, it's great to play these little sections starting from the end of the piece and to make sure that we can start each of them very comfortably. It builds fantastic sense of security. We know what happens if suddenly we are lost. We know in which section we are, we know which section will follow, and we can just very smoothly move without much tension where we have to be if we need to. But the second thing, of course, is that during actual performance, it's wonderful to be able to maintain full attention and to listen very carefully to what we are actually doing there, what I am doing there when I play. This active listening, it can be practiced, and I think it should be practiced. You see, when I perform, if I listen with greatest care to each phrase, to each note, to the voicing, if I anticipate what I have to do pianistically and musically, then my brain is fully in the moment of creating something beautiful and creating music. It's also very good to be able to spot when mind starts wandering away and the fear starts building up, and to gently bring attention back to actual process of playing. It's great to practice this skill when you are practicing your performance in front of friends or family, or even when you're recording yourself, because that's not only gives wonderful satisfaction being involved into the creation of musical piece here and now, but also it's like a security guard. It really doesn't leave any space for the unnecessary fear and performance anxiety when you actually are playing for the audience or the examiners.